I'm being as honest with you as I can. I'm telling you, here's how to win this discussion. Here's how to bring me from where I am to where you are. These are the things I must know.
How do we as Christians go to these cult groups, these heretical doctrines? How do we shed light on the truth? Okay, this is the phrase that you're using. Yes, but let's unpack the theology of this. What's the best way to to exegete the scriptures a little bit more accurately for these people, since they're using biblical language, but they're not using a biblical definitions to define that language?
Well, I think their problems are even more fundamental than definitions. If they're not going to ask the obvious questions themselves, then we need to ask those questions for them.
Mhm.
And I think that's sort of the low hanging fruit, if you will, of how to converse, with people who believe these things. Well, okay, if you believe this, then how is this thing over here true? And you get into the place where they, Lord willing, they realize that, I got a real problem here, because if this is true, then this other thought must be true, and it obviously isn't. So I think we need to help them see what instead of just sort of proof texting things,
Right.
for them, because they're just going to, have their own spin on something. I think you need to ask the probative questions that um, extend from this thing they are wanting you to believe. And often in Q&A, and I do this a lot, because especially if it's like at one of these sort of fringe events, or like a paranormal talk show or whatever, where I view part of my purpose being there is to give these people a better view of scripture, and to restore Jesus' reputation a little bit, in their heads. And they might, they may not, they might hate the Lord for good reasons or bad reasons, they're stupid reasons, or yeah, kind of understand that reasons, personal pain and whatnot. But what I typically try to do is, look, for me to change my mind and come over to your side, here are the 5 or 6 things I need. So I mean, I'll say it publicly. I might be thinking, you don't have a prayer of ever, you know,
Meeting
giving me
one of
these
these
things.
needs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm being honest with you. I'm not writing you off. I'm telling you.
Mhm.
I'm being as honest with you as I can. I'm telling you, here's how to win this discussion. Here's how to bring me from where I am to where you are. These are the things I must know. So it goes beyond pointing out to them, you have a real problem of logic here, or a contradiction. Make it personal. I can't agree with you. I can't come over to where you are unless you solve this for me. So solve it for me. I mean, can you help me? Can you do that for me? Because I'm willing to listen. And if you can do that, we're good. So it helps. It gives them homework. It doesn't just sort of, beat them over the head with something. It doesn't diminish their ability, to think. I mean, but you're going to have to start the ball rolling, because in a lot of these systems, they just don't think about what their positions mean. And so if you can spot those weaknesses very clearly, just tell them, this is what I need from you. If you really want me to come over to your side, I got to have these questions answered, and see where it goes.